everyone. Today I want to be explain example problem for call scenarios. Example problem for call scenario. Before going to that, I want to be explain what about call scenario. I want to be explain what about call scenario. Sometimes some of the shareholders may fail to pay due amount of allotment and or calls amount. Allotment and or calls amount. This is technically known as call scenario. This is technically known as call scenario. Or the different amount of called up capital and paid up capital is also be treated as call scenario. The different amount of called up capital and paid up capital is also be treated as calls in arrears. That is the introduction of calls in arrears. Let us see the problem. Let us see a simple example problem. Okay. X Limited make an issue of 5,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, payable as follows. On application rupees 2, on allotment rupees 3, and on first and final call rupees 5. And on first and final call rupees 5. Public subscribed for 5,000 shares. Number of shares issued 5,000 equity shares. Public subscribed 5,000 equity shares. Okay, equity shares fully. All the money was duly received. All the money was duly received except the first and final call on 500 shares. This is the most important. Except the first and final call on 500 shares. That means the first and final call amount not received for 500 shares. That is to be treated as call scenario. Pass necessary journal entries and show how capital appears in the balance sheet. And show how capital appears in the balance sheet. This is the very easiest problem. Look at the important transactions in this problem of X Limited. There is no authorized capital available in the problem. First thing. Second one. Number of shares issued by the X Limited 500 equity shares. Number of shares issued by the X Limited 500 equity shares. Number of shares subscribed by the people 5,000 equity shares. Number of shares are issued 5,000 equity shares. Number of shares subscribed 5,000 shares. So all the issued shares were subscribed. Next one. Application money for each share 2 rupees. Allotment money for each share 3 rupees. Next one. First and final call money for each share 5 rupees. The total amount collected for each share from the subscribers rupees 10. Face value of each share is also rupees 10. That means shares are issued at par. Okay, let us see what are the general entries in the books of X Limited when calls in arrears amount available in the problem. Okay, do first one. For you know very well, already we have exercised 4 problems. Okay, for application money, there are 2 transactions are required. First one, when application money received, general entry, bank account debtor to equity share application account. Bank account debtor to equity share application account being being application money, received, being application money received on 5,000 equity shares at the rate of how much the application money per share? 2 rupees. Okay, 2 per share. 2 per share. 5,000 into 2. 10,000, 10,000. Next one. Whenever application money transfers to capital account, equity share, application account return to equity share, capital account, equity share, capital account being application money, transfer to equity share, capital account. What is application money? 10,000 rupees. Application money 10,000 rupees transfers to equity share, capital account. 10,000. Next one. Allotment money due on 5,000 equity shares. Allotment money due on 5,000 equity shares. So, general entry for that equity share, allotment account return to equity share, capital account, equity share, capital account being allotment money due on 5,000 equity shares at the rate of allotment money per each share 3 rupees. 3 per share. So 5,000 into 3, that is equal to 15,000 and 15,000. Next general entry. When allotment money received. What is the general entry for that? Bank account return to equity share, allotment account, bank account return to equity share, allotment account being allotment money received, being allotment money received. Okay, how much? 15,000, 15,000. Okay, look at that. Application money received, bank account return to equity share, application account. 5,000 equity shares at the rate of 2 rupees, application money per share 2 rupees. 5,000 into 2, 10,000, 10,000. When application money transfers to equity share, capital account, what is the general entry? Equity share application account return to equity share, capital account. 10,000, 10,000. When allotment money due on 5,000 equity shares, what is the general entry? Equity share allotment account return to equity share, capital account. Being allotment money due on 5,000 equity shares at the rate of 3 rupees per share. Next one, allotment money transfers to equity share, capital account. What is the general entry? Next one, when allotment money received, what is the general entry? Bank account return to equity share, allotment account. 15,000, 15,000 being allotment money received. Okay, next and last general entry for calls amount. Okay, first and final call amount due on 5,000 equity shares. First and final call amount due on 5,000 equity shares. What is the general entry for that? Equity share, first and final call account debtor to equity share capital account. Equity share capital account being first and final call. Look at the board place. Due on, actually due on, how many shares are issued? 5,000 shares. How many shares are subscribed? 5,000 shares. Due on being first and final call amount due on 5,000 equity shares at the rate of, what is the first and final call money? Each share 5 rupees each share at the rate of 5 rupees each share. So 5,000 into 5 is equal to 25,000, 25,000. First and final call amount due. Okay. One shareholder has, this is the most important point, one shareholder has 500 equity shares. He enables to pay first and final call. That's why the first and final call amount received only 4,500 shares. Okay, look at the board. Next general entry. When first and final call amount received. When first and final call amount received. What is the general entry for that? Bank account debtor. Total number of shares subscribed 5,000 shares. Okay, 500. One shareholder has 5,000 equity shares. He enables to pay first and final call amount. So the first and final call amount received on only 4,500 shares. Only 4,500 shares. That's why 5,000 minus 500, that is equal to 4,500 shares. Up 4,500 shares first and final call amount received here. So 4,500 into each equity share value 5, that is equal to 22,500, 22,500. First and final call amount received for 4,500 shares. Once again I am telling you that equity share first and final call account debtor to equity share capital account. This is the general entry for first and final call amount due on 5,000 equity shares. But one of the shareholder has 500 equity shares. He enables to pay the first and final call. So the first and final call amount received on only 4,500 shares. So 4,500 into 5, that is equal to 22,500. Next one. Call in arrears account debtor 500 into 5, 2,500. 2. Equity share first and final call account 25,000 being first and final call amount received. This is the general entries for first and final call. You know very well, for first and final call, the two general entries is required. First of all, equity share first and final call account debtor to equity share capital account. Equity share first and final call account debtor to equity share capital account. Being first and final call amount due on 5,000 equity shares at the rate of 5 rupees each share. One shareholder has 500 equity shares, is unable to pay the first and final call amount. That's why the first and final call amount received on only 4,500 shares at the rate of rupees 5 per share. That's why bank account debtor, okay, 4,500 into 5, that is equal to 22,500. Next one, calls in arrears account debtor, 500 into 5, that is equal to 2,500. Next one, to equity share first and final call account 25,000 being first and final call amount received. So these are all the general entries in the books of X Company Limited. Let us see the preparation of ledger accounts for these general entries. They are all the ledger postings for about transactions. First of all, what is the general entry? First general entry, equity share application account data. First general entry, bank account data to equity share application account. So by bank account 10,000 to equity share application account 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Debit equals to credit. Next general entry. What is the next general entry? That means third general entry. Equity share allotment account data to equity share capital account. Equity share allotment account data to equity share capital account. So to equity share capital account 15,000. Next general entry. Whenever allotment money received, what is the next general entry? Bank account debtor to equity share allotment account. So by bank account, what is the amount? It is 15,000. 15,000, 15,000. On third general entry. What is the third general entry? First and final call amount due on 5,000 equity shares. First and final call amount due on 5,000 equity shares. Okay, at the rate of 5 rupees per each share. At the rate of 5 rupees per each share. That's why the general entry is for that equity share first and final call account debtor to equity share capital account. So to equity share capital account 25,000. 25,000. Next general entry. What is the next general entry? Bank account debtor, calls in arrears account debtor to equity share first and final call account. Equity share first and final call account by bank account 22,500. Okay, by calls in arrears account 2,500. Okay, 25,000, 25,000, because one shareholder has 500 equity shares, he enables to pay the calls amount, first and final call amount. That's why the 2,500 rupees to be treated as a calls in arrears. So by bank account 22,500, by calls in arrears account 2,500. Debit equals to credit 25,000, 25,000. Next one, calls in arrears account. What is the last general entry? Bank account debtor 22,500, calls in arrears account debtor 2,500 to equity share first and final call account. To equity share first and final call account 25,000. So calls in arrears account to equity share first and final call account 2,500. By balance carried down 2,500. 2 balance brought down 2,500. Next one, equity share capital account. Look at the board please. Equity share application account it are 2 equity share capital account. Okay, so by equity share application account 10,000. Next one, equity share allotment account it are 2 equity share capital account 15,000. So by equity share allotment account 15,000. Next one, equity share first and final call account. These are 2 equity share capital account. So by equity share first and final call account 25,000. Total amount 50,000. To balance carried down by balance brought down 50,000. Next one, bank account. Next one, bank account. Application money. The total application money received for 5,000 equity shares. The total allotment money received for 5,000 equity shares. But first and final call money received on only 4,500 equity shares. You know very well. Okay, look at that. Bank account. Bank account. Bank account it are 2 equity share application account. 2 equity share application account 10,000. Next one, bank account it are 2 equity share allotment account 15,000. 15,000. Next one, bank account it are 2 equity share first and final call account 22,500. 22,500. Total 47,500 amount received from the subscriber. Okay. By balance carried down 22,500 to balance brought down 47,500 to balance brought down 47,500. Next one, balance sheet of X company limited. Balance sheet of X company limited. Okay, these are all the liabilities. These are all the assets. The liabilities are categorized in 3 parts. First one, shareholder funds. Second one, non-current liabilities. Third one, current liabilities. Shareholder funds are again categorized in 2 parts. Okay, what is the meaning of shareholder funds? Obviously, shareholder funds is equal to share capital plus reserves and surplus. We know very well. So, shareholders funds. A. Share capital. First one, authorized capital. There is no information about authorized capital in the problem. So, dash. Issued capital. Issued capital. Number of shares issued by the X Limited. 5,000 equity shares at the rate of 10 rupees per share, 50,000. 5,000 into 10, 50,000. Next one, subscribed capital. Subscribed capital, all the issued shares were subscribed. That's why 5,000 equity shares at the rate of rupees 10 per share, 50,000. Next one, called up capital. 5,000 equity shares at the rate of rupees 10 per share, 50,000. Next one, paid up capital. Paid up capital. What is the amount of capital account here? 50,000. 50,000 minus cost in arrears. What is the cost in arrears amount here? 2,500. So, less cost in arrears 2,500. 50,000 minus 2,500, 47,500 paid up capital amount, because the total paid up capital amount is 50,000. But some of the shareholders have 500 equity shares. He unable to pay the first and final call amount. That's why the 2,500 rupees amount is to be treated as a calls in arrears. Total paid up capital 50,000. less calls in arrears 2500. Okay, remaining 47,500 rupees amount is to be treated as a paid up capital. So the paid up capital amount is 47,500. There is no information about reserves and surplus in this problem. So reserves and surplus nil. Next one, there is no current liabilities in this problem, nil. Next one, there is no non-current liabilities and current liabilities in the problem, nil. The total of equity and liability 47,500. Next one, assets. Assets are categorized into two parts. Assets are categorized into one, non-current assets. Second one is current assets. There is no information available for non-current assets in this problem. So non-current assets nil, like debentures, like that. Next one, current assets. Okay, already we are prepared bank account for this. Bank account. What is the total amount of bank account? 47,000. The balance brought down amount of bank account is 47,500. So 47,500. Total amount of assets is 47,500. Total amount of liabilities is 47,500. So the assets equals to liabilities. This is the simple problem for calls in arrears available in the problem. Okay. Once again, I am telling that what is meant by calls in arrears. Sometimes a shareholder fails to pay due amount of allotment and calls amount. This is technically known as calls in arrears. Or the difference between called up capital, look at the board page, the difference between called up capital and paid up capital is also be treated as a calls in arrears. Look at this board, the problem is there, the answer is there. What is the called up capital? 50,000. What is the paid up capital? 47,000. So the difference between called up capital and paid up capital, rupees 2,500, is to be treated as a calls in arrears. So this is the problem. This is the answer whenever the calls in arrears available in the problem. Thank you.